guys a lot more zoomed in this video, just because I've been noticing that some of my videos are pretty far away and you can't really see what I'm doing on my skin. So if you like this distance, if you think it looks alright, just let me know if you feel like it's too close. Okay, so I'm just going to be starting off with my skin. Like always, I'm going to be using my Clinique Pep Start moisturizer. This is my absolute favorite moisturizer. I really like this moisturizer because it definitely blurs out any imperfections in the skin, and that's exactly what it's supposed to do. It's called the hydro-burr moisturizer. It actually says here, hydrates and softly blurs imperfection. After I used my moisturizer, I did just add a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer right around my nose area, just to conceal any of the pores that I have. I'm going to start off with my skin. I did get a brand new foundation. I just went into Sephora yesterday and I was going to pick up the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, but one of the consultants there at Sephora did tell me that if I wanted a really good coverage foundation, she did not recommend that one. And I was like, what? I thought that one was full coverage. And she said, yes it is, but whatever, I don't like it. So I trusted her. I totally trusted her, and I went and got the Huda Beauty No Filter foundation. This one, she totally recommended it to me. She said that this is what she used, and I explained to her the way that I like my skin to look, which is full coverage. I like it matte. She said that I would definitely prefer this one over the one that I was going to get. Now, this is the first time that I used this foundation, so I really hope that I like it. She helped me pick out my shade. My shade, like I said, was in Custard, and ooh, this foundation actually smells so good. It smells like it has a lot of perfume added into it, which might not be a good thing for your skin, but it smells really, really good. This foundation does definitely look very full coverage. It blends out really easily. I did need 2 pumps to cover my entire face, and I actually feel it a little bit heavy on my skin. It doesn't feel very lightweight whatsoever. If that's something that you can get used to, then that would be my only concern about this foundation so far. The coverage looks really, really nice. I do need to conceal and brighten up under my eyes, so for that I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm just going to apply this concealer right under my eyes. And I'm going to buff it out with the same brush that I used. This is a new brush that I got from ColourPop. It's a flat top brush. So far, I really like how it feels. It doesn't feel very hard. The bristles do not feel hard whatsoever. They feel very smooth, very soft, and it just bounces on my skin. I do like how this foundation looks. It's very full coverage, that's what I'm into, and she told me that it does leave a matte finish, so I'm just going to wait for it to completely dry and I'll check out the finish right now, but so far so good. I'm going to be adding a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder just right over my T-zone area, where anywhere where I would typically get a little bit oily. T-zone area, so right here and down my nose. Just buff it in all over the face. I don't like to take a lot of this powder. I do just like to dip my brush in there once or twice, and whatever I have on there, I like to distribute it evenly all over my face. I really love that powder. I've talked about this so many times. I recommend it to everybody. I use it on everybody. Everybody loves it. It's just an amazing powder. So I'm going to contour, what is that? I'm going to contour my skin, highlight, do everything on my skin, and then I'll go on to the eyes at the very end. This is the Tarte Pro Glow To Go. This palette is amazing. It's only, I believe this palette is $19. I'm not quite sure. It has 2 highlighting shades and 1 contouring shade. This contouring shade is the perfect shade for me. It's very versatile. It can work for many, many skin tones. So I'm just going to go into this and just begin to bronze up my skin. I do like to add a little bit to my forehead area and a little bit down my nose, just so that all of the warm colors are tying in together. Add a little bit down your chin and down around your jawline, just to accentuate that a little bit more. From the same palette, I'm going to take the middle shade right here, which is called Burst, on just a fan brush. This is a Smashbox fan brush that I have here, so I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this one. Add some to the top of my cheekbones, and I'm going to be taking this one right here and adding just a little bit right over top. And this one is a lot more silver, this one's a lot more yellow, so this one looks a lot more natural, and this one is definitely going to give you that bright effect. I'm going to do my brows really quickly off camera just because my battery is kind of dying, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to go into the eyes. I went ahead and adjusted my eyebrows. I used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette. I just got this one when I bought the foundation yesterday. I saw this and I was like, wow, that's so cute. It's so small, but it's so cute. It's $25 and it does have really, really nice eyeshadows. I'm going to begin with this shade right here at the very end. This one is called Flint, all over my crease area. Now I'm just going to be doing this as a transition shade. Like always, I always like to add any light brown color, anything like your skin tone, just a little bit darker. This is getting really, really stuck to the concealer. I hope that it doesn't give me any issues. I never really use just the Tarte Shade Tip Concealer to prime my lids. I always use my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I always use that. Let me show you how many I have. I have one right here. I have 3 right here, 3 more, and I do have one in the box, and I'm pretty sure I have a couple more laying around everywhere. But I love this eyeshadow primer so much. I should have used that. Every time I don't use it, I kind of regret it, and I feel like I might regret it today. Hopefully I don't, but let's just continue. Now that I have that one down, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is called Poison Berry, right over the brown shade that I first used. This one's going to blend out much easier since it's over another eyeshadow. You guys, let me know what you think about the lighting. I did change up a few things in my beauty room here, so if this lighting is better, please let me know. I am no longer working next to the window. Hopefully you guys can see me a lot better in this lighting. I didn't want to be working next to the window, and look, right now it's almost 8 p.m. I would have, oh it is, it's 8:30, so I would have never been able to do this. I'm going to be doing today, they call it a halo, because it's just like a nice little circle that you have going on. This is basically the same shape of brush, but it's a lot smaller and more compact. So with this one, I'm going to be taking this shade right here in the middle, which is called Raisin. I'm going to be putting that one into the very inner corner and the outer corner. And I'm just going to blend them upwards, but I am leaving the center of the lid, which is going to be right here. I'm going to be leaving that clear, so I'm not going to be adding shadow there, but do put some in the inner corner as well. I know a lot of people don't like to add dark colors there, but this is a halo look, so we are definitely going to be adding dark there. So as you can see, the inner corner and the outer corner do look a lot darker than this one. And I'm going to buff this out. I am focusing on all the edges, just so that they're nice and fuzzy and smoky, and I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to be carving out the crease area. I want to carve out the entire crease, the majority of the lid, and then up here on the crease area, I'm just going to do a small moon shape. I'm not going to go all the way to the inner corner nor on the outer corner. That's why I have the dark shade right here and right here. So that we do want that to show through. See, I did cover the majority of my lid. The center of my lid, I did go up to the crease and I did extend it just a little bit out to the outer corner and a little bit into the inner corner. So I'm just going to go ahead and on the other eye, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll be right back. For my lid color, I'm going to be taking this one right here, which is called Blue Dahlia. This one's so nice. Look at it right there on my finger. So I'm actually going to be applying this with my finger. So I'm just going to be grabbing a little bit and packing it on. More precisely onto my crease. We do have the concealer down. It is really going to stick to the concealer and stay in that area. Now I'm done with that. Going back in with the shade Raisin, I'm going to deepen up this part right here, just the outer corner and the inner corner, just to add a little bit more depth and a little bit more dimension. I'm taking a little bit more on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to really pack it in and buff it out. For my highlight shade, I am going to take the one in here, which is this one right here, and it's called Linen. And I'm going to be applying this one to my brow bone. I'm going to be taking some of the shade here, right here, which is called Raisin, onto my lower lash line just to buff that out.